In this video, I'm going over how you set up a Craftbukkit server for Minecraft. If you want more of this, subscribe, like my videos, and share with your friends. Hey guys, and welcome back to a new episode of my channel. In today's episode, we are going through a tutorial on how you set up a Craftbukkit server for Minecraft. So the first thing first you're gonna do is to go to Google, whatever browser or whatever. I use Google Chrome for this case. First thing you're gonna do is search on Bukkit development build. This gives you the development build of Craftbukkit, which can contains whenever a new update come, this place will have it the first. Easy told actually. I will have the link in the description for each thing I go on here. But first thing first, you're gonna click on the download button, and then you see it gets download, click on keep, and you have to wait for this to download. And while we wait for this, we do the rest of the things. Go to your desktop, right up, go to new folder, then call this folder whatever you want, like for example YouTube server, because I'm doing a YouTube series. Then you actually just open up the folder, have it here, wait for this to continue, finish. It has been finished, and when it's finished you drag it over here and wait for this. And note some more important parts. You gotta rename this. You can rename this to whatever you want, but for this case I'm going to rename it to Craftbukkit. It's a jar file. You don't have to put the .jar. Go to new text document and open it with your favorite notepad. I'm gonna use the normal notepad for this actually. And in here I will have this code in the description, but the code is java minus xmx 1024 megabytes. That's basically the RAM the server you are running on. In this case this is 1 gigabyte. You can hire this or lower this if you want to, depends on your computer and how your good computer is and how many players online and the plugins. And now to this, I renamed the file to Craftbukkit, which means this thing here has to be Craftbukkit. If I rename to just Bukkit, this has to be Bukkit. Yeah, Craftbukkit. And the important part, .jar, since we're running a jar file. And then type -o, which means online mode, and that is set to true, so normal players or premium players can join the server. If that's set to false, everyone can join, even the cracked players with cracked Minecrafts. And then hit enter and then pause. I will have this code in the description. Then go to file and save as, and then you save this as, you can save this at whatever you want, but in this case I'm going to do run dot, this is the important part, bat, which is a bat file. Basically it runs everything here, like it's a cmd or something, easier told. Anyways, that's important. And then go to all files to save it to all files so you can run the Craftbukkit. Then click save, and then basically close this, and then you can try run your server. Loading libraries, please wait. So then you have to wait for your server to load, and you see here it stopped. That's because you have to accept the EULA, which is new in Minecraft 1.7.10 I think, and this is 1.7.8. so let's do this. Double click that, and the EULA has to be set to true. Then save that, close that, and then try run your server again. it should now show that it's running. Oops, I hit the mic. Alright, it's loading now. Oh, we see a lot of errors. That's not good. It shouldn't be any errors. I think that's because it's a development build, but it should be working fine. I've tested this myself. There we go. You see it did a spawn area. Yeah, and then you can log on Minecraft, then hit add server, add server, then you can do local host, which basically directs to your IP address. And then you just see here, it loads up and you can log into your server. Easy peasy. Logging in. Oh, there we go. There you go. See here? You can basically now log into server, destroy things, and play around on your own server, your own micro server. It's not insane. Alright, disconnect. Then we go over to the advanced part. Right, you can stop the server. Go to permissions.yml. Edit with Notepad++. Whoops. What? Oh, never mind. Go to server.properties and generate the settings. You don't need to do anything with it. OP permissions, don't need to do anything with it. Allow nether. This is to allow nether on your server. Put that to false if you do not want nether on the server, but most servers want, so put that to true. Level name, this is basically the level name of your server. I can show you real quick. If I go to YouTube server, you see here, that's the world running at the moment. You can see player data, regions, stats, all that kind of stuff. And if I go back to this one, I can, if I change it, it will automatically generate a new world for you. Whoops, if I go back to, there we go. Yeah, let's continue. Enable query, that's basically, I think that's so the websites can get information about the server or something. Anyways, allow flight, that is if you want players to fly on the server, like if they have cheats on, they can fly and stuff. If you have that false, they will basically get kicked, I believe. Announce player achievements, that's basically in the name. If player achieve a achievement, it would announce in the chat. If I got woodcutter, it would say Tinsel123 got the achievement woodcutter or something. Getting wood, sorry. Server port, that's basically what the server is logging in from. 25565 is the default port. If I wanted to put this to 2566, it would basically, if I go here, I do have to put this to 5566 to log into that port, but I'm not going into that now. Level type default, enable recon, I'm not sure what that means. Level seed, that's basically the seed, like you can do that in single player as well. You have probably done some seeds before. Force game mode, I believe that if you have that on true, everyone logs on the server will be creative. Server IP, do not change this. If you have it on blank, it will be your IP. You cannot change this to anything you like. This is your IP. This is your IP. Max build height cannot be higher than 256. Spawn NPCs, that's basically villager and stuff, I think. Whitelist, if you have that on true, nobody can join your server except if you type whitelist add on the console, then their name, then they can log on. Spawn animals, says in the name. If you have that on false, animals won't spawn. Hardcore, if you have that on true, players will be banned if they die. Snooper enabled, I don't know. Online mode, same as in the config we did on the server. Resource pack, yeah, basically I think everyone logs in get a message about the resource pack they should use. PvP, if you set that to true, everyone can PvP. If you set it to false, nobody can PvP. difficulty. 1 is easy, 2 is normal, 3 is hard. Basically change the game mode, no difficulty on the server. Enable command block. If you have this on false, command block cannot be used. Game mode 0, I think that's the same as above, never mind. Player idle timeout, if you have that on 120, players AFKing in 2 minutes will be kicked. Have that at 0 if no timeout. Max players basically says it, if you have 100 players can log in, but change your RAM. Spawn monsters, if you have that to true, monsters can spawn. If false, monsters cannot spawn. Generate structures, that's dungeons, strongholds, and all that stuff. With distance, I don't clearly know. Spawn protection, that's the protection around the server. If you have it to know, none, players can destroy everywhere. 16, they cannot destroy 16 blocks away from spawn. MOTD, I'm gonna show you real quick. If I no, not yet. If I change this to YouTube, the MOTD, I can show you if I start a server. This, like the message you get, the message of the day, it stands for. If lies now, no, wait. It should say like, yeah, I forgot to save this. Oh my god. YouTube. There we go. Alright, if I now run this, you see now, it will change this. It's the message of the day. So there we go. It says YouTube now, but I'm gonna show you something. There are color codes on this. Probably before you watch rest, you have to Google Bukkit color codes, because you use this one. You see this marker, and then you can, for example, type 2, which is green, and then YouTube, for example. Then save this, and then run. Alright, we just wait for it to run. Right, there we go. It should now change to green. You see. If you want any, that was everything I had to tell you about setting up a Craftbukkit server. I hope it helps. If you want more information or any other tutorials, tell me in the comments below, or tell me on PM. I can also set a server icon here. I can show it in a tutorial if you want to. If you need a tutorial, just tell me below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like my videos, and share with your friends. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, and peace out.